the sun, the fields are alive. Cheering crowds and the teams collide. In these moments, we stand tall and free. First pride runs deep in me. With every touchdown, we rise and we cheer. Unity and spirit, the heart of the year. Raise your voices, let's make it loud. In Florida's high schools, we're so damn proud. From the bleachers to the end zone to go, football and cheers make our spirits grow. Girls in the game, they're fierce and bright. Flag in hand, they give it their might. From every town they bring their dreams. On this field of gold, nothing's as it seems. Together we shine, together we play. In Florida's heart, we own this day. Raise your voices, let's make it loud. In Florida's high schools, we're so damn proud. From the bleachers to the end zones go, football and cheers make our spirits grow. So here's to the game, we'll rise and stand. In Florida's field, we're a united band.
All right, it is that time. It is time for our final show of the day, or this week, or the evening, whatever you want to call it. It is time for the Panhandle edition of the Blitz here on FloatHSFootball.com. Welcome, I'm Josh Wilson. That's Christopher Like. And by the way, not Panhandle related, but did you know there was a high school football game today involving Florida?
Really?
Yes. St. Thomas Aquinas 41, NFL Academy out of United Kingdom 38. At Tottenham Hotspur. Huh? I watched that whole game live through thanks to the NFL and the NFL UK and Ireland channel on YouTube, and there were definitely a lot of people interested in watching some midday football. Well, midday football here.
Nighttime there.
Nighttime there, yes. So St. Thomas Aquinas, no sooner they got done with Hollywood Hills Friday night, they got on the airplane Saturday. Saturday flew in. Basically, it was Sunday there. They got there. First thing they did, by the way, went to mass before they went to go watch the Browns versus Vikings game there in London.
Yeah, you got to say that's a treat for those kids up there.
Oh, absolutely. For a lot of them, they have never been there. So for them, that's huge right there. But we'll leave it for now on that one with the there in terms of what we talked about there on that game. But anyways, we have a lot to get down to looking back on week number 7, and let's get into it with our Blitz line. Yes, indeed. As we look back on it, and boy, here's the thing, Chris, that I'm looking at this on one, and this one's what's bothering me here. And Emory, the St. Thomas Aquinas did have an 18-point lead at one point, and it was a thing, but and scored. No, they lost. It was 41-38. It was the final. It was a 3-point game on that one. So that was what the final score was. But looking at this, Franklin County 5-1, Cottondale 3-2. Well, Franklin County, me and you, Chris.
Yeah.
Man, I don't like it when I blow a game like that. But man, I blew that one.
Yeah, I did too.
Looking at it, Franklin County. That's Of course, now my computer's going to tell me, no, I can't find Franklin County. Nope, there we go. Franklin County loses to Cottondale 42-35, a high-scoring affair, but Cottondale gets a big gets a win there over Franklin County. Franklin County now 5-2 on the season. Cottondale 4-2, and boy, another one that me and you just kind of I don't understand what happened here, Chris, but me and you we did not do so well on our Panhandle picks, 2-4 last week.
Yeah, it is what it is. Nothing to see you move along.
Yeah, pretty much. Childs, Florida High. I mean, it was a close battle, but Childs ended up taking the short end of the stick. 40-38 was the final in that game. And but Childs has got a big game this week against Lincoln. Let's see if they can come up big in a game that they really needed, and that's going to be for the district title there in Class 5A District 2. But we'll have to see what's going to happen there. But Niceville and Godby. Niceville 17-0 over Godby, but that's all you need. Hey, if it's all you need is one more point to the other team, but 17 points more than Godby did, and Niceville picks up win number 4 of the season.
Yeah, Niceville getting back on the groove like they should. It wouldn't surprise me if they make a deep run. So we'll see. No,
absolutely here, and good evening to you, Stephen Thatch. I was waiting for you to join us in here. I knew that you would eventually come riding along here. And it's amazing what happens when we get our players back on defense. 1 catch for 2 yards to the Godby 4-star receiver and 60 yards passing for the 3-star quarterback. Should have offensive guys back this week. And boy, y'all got a big district game this week, and actually tomorrow night there at Eagle Stadium there in Niceville. So we're gonna talk about that on the Pick 6 as well. Choctaw in South Walton. South Walton has been handed their second loss of the season here as the Indians blow by the Seahawks 38-6, and Choctaw picks up win number 7. Just one of the few remaining undefeated teams left in the state. That number is dwindling down quickly each week.
Yeah, Choctaw and really rolling. They look to be a state title contender this time. Whether they can get past that late round hurdle will remain to be seen.
No, absolutely here. And here we go. Pace in Madison County. And 20-18 is the final. The Patriots pick up a win, move the 5-1 of the season. Madison County is dropped to 2-4, and I don't know what to make of the Cowboys this year. I really don't. I feel like you come off a state championship winning season. You expect that there's to be some expectations of winning some ball games, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, this game was not on the picks this week because I feel like it's just going to end up in misery. And y'all understand, Madison County is making the trip to Rains. Rains was supposed to make the trip last year, but a hurricane kind of derailed some things there on that situation. But I can tell you this right now: the forecast is Rains 28 over Madison County at 99% win probability on that one.
Yeah, Madison County's going to be in for a rough couple of weeks here, and that's really going to hurt their playoff season, to be honest with you.
I mean, they're ranked number 10 right now in the playoff rankings, and I'm just trying to really kind of get my bearings straight on this one here because it really is. And but last but not least, Taylor County 41-14 over McClay, and Taylor County is, oh boy, yeah. Taylor County is really rolling 6-0. We'll have head coach Jesse Braswell joining us here in a few minutes here for the interview, and Taylor County looking really strong. And they got I got to tell you, Taylor County, they got a big matchup with Chiefland this weekend. It's a big test for them because Chiefland is doing really well also, and. By the way, someone did mention in the chat here, and I see that can we get a little love for North Bay Haven? Well, sure, yes, y'all can get a little love at North Bay Haven because I gotta give y'all a little bit of a round of applause here on this one here. I'm trying to pull up the score now as I get it because I need to make sure I'm reading it correctly. And yes, a big round of applause to North Bay Haven, 17-14 over Mariana, and North Bay Haven is sitting there looking in the mix for a playoff spot now. So hats off to the Buccaneers in Class 2A.
Yeah, North Bay Haven, they've really come on strong the last few weeks. So we'll see how the Buccaneers finish off this season and see if they can clinch that playoff spot.
Mark says his takes are inappropriate. Maybe we should use that filter bleep every time. Oh my gosh.
Bleep.
Yeah, I reserved the dump button for moments that we actually need it. I don't use it that very often, so but we'll leave it there. But anyways, that is a look at the Blitz Lines. That's a look at the stuff here. Again, Taylor County this past week again, 41-14 over the Clay, and big win. Taylor County sitting there at a perfect 6-0 going into week number 8. And coming up here after the break, we're going to have head coach and school athletic director Jesse Braswell on. Jesse Braswell, also a alum of Taylor County, so we'll be able to talk about that as well here. Coming up here right after the break here on the Panhandle edition of the Blitz here on FloatHSFootball.com. We'll be right back right after this.
Box Out gives you the ability to create graphics at the speed of sports to highlight your athletic department, teams, and student athletes in seconds. Used and trusted by Notre Dame, Ohio State, UConn, Marquette, Georgetown, and many more of the top college brands in the country. If you want your school's brand to stand out through all the clutter, start your free demo at boxoutsports.com.
Touchdown!
Juggled and caught!
I've been thinking about this for a long time. I thought, if that's out there, I want to make sure I see it and I get involved in it, because to me, this was music to my ears. I was blown away. When you look at today's kid, the millennium kid, they learn by being able to see it. If I can see it, there's a great chance that I can do it. First Down Playbook is a tool that can essentially change the way we teach the game.
All right, welcome back here to the Panhandle edition of the Blitz here as we get into the interview portion of the show here. And we want to welcome on Jesse Braswell, the head coach and school athletic director of the Taylor County Bulldogs. Taylor County 6-0 here on this 2025 season. And coach, I believe this correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is year number 2 for you with your alma mater. And boy, y'all have just been rolling. Boy, congratulations on the big win against McClay. I know that, usually McClay's a tough opponent, but man, y'all just took care of business there in Tallahassee Friday night. But talk about this Bulldogs team. I know that we'll get into some of the other things, what caused y'all to drop in classification in a moment. But I mean, just talk about this team so far here in 2025, because y'all are just literally playing lights out football.
Yeah, man, we're playing really good ball. First of all, thanks for having me on. It's an honor. And so, yeah, man, we're just playing really good ball right now. It comes from the work in the off season. We like the work around Taylor County. So it's been a really good. I'm going on, month 21. It feels like yesterday I got there, and then you blink and you're 2 years in. And so I'm really excited about what we have and the things to come for Taylor County.
No, absolutely, Coach. And right now, as according to my notes, y'all are averaging 36.5 points a game it's in scoring, and only giving up just around 10 points a game. I mean, just talk about the team's resiliency, because I know, well, again, as we get into this here, there's been a lot of changes, obviously, in Taylor County over the last couple of years, and it's some of it's the impacts of what's happened with the hurricane hits and all that. But even with the school enrollment dropping, y'all are just finding ways to stay together as a community, as a team. But this team is really just putting the points up on the board.
Yeah, man. Really proud of that stat. I haven't, I'm a defensive coach, so I'm really proud of the 10 points. But obviously Shane Boggs, I got to hire him from Brookwood School up in Thomasville. He was the head coach back in 2010. I actually played for him. So got to hire him and got some really good offensive coaches. So proud of that stat too. But last year we were 6-0 too, right? And we ended 1-4. So for me, it's all about what's next. And so, proud of what we've done. Really excited about that. But there's not much time to dwell on it, because as we experienced last year, it can happen fast. And of course we got hit by the hurricane, but still, man, we don't believe in excuses around there. Taylor County's a gritty place, man. It's the G in dog. We believe in discipline, aggression, work, and grit. And the whole place is built on grit, right? And they've experienced three hurricanes. I was a part of two of them, but one of them hit before I got there. I'm from there, so I felt like I was a part of it from afar. And obviously the mill that had really run that town for many, many years closed down. And then the effects of that, right? The lumber mill, the log industry really taking a huge hit, and the sawmills around town. And so a lot of people don't think about that aspect of it. Just because the mill closed down, there was hundreds of jobs that got lost outside of the mill because of what the mill provided, right? But there's people in Taylor County right now driving all over the place, and so really happy about, we have some great people, man. It's an awesome place. I grew up actually in Madison and Greenville, but my mom was a teacher down there, so got to drive down there with her and grow up truthfully down there, and love the people, love who it is, love what it's about. I'm excited to be there.
Absolutely.
So you talk about Jabez Clanton and the performance he's had. I see he's got some good rushing yards and a lot of passing yards as well.
Yeah, man. First year starter was our JV quarterback last year, and really just attacked the off season. Gained 18 or 20 pounds. Was all in, man. He stayed in the film room with Coach Boggs, right? And we had a quarterback battle. We got a couple other quarterbacks, and for me, he's such a resilient kid, right? Like, he makes mistakes on Monday and cleans them up on Tuesday, and by Wednesday you're like, crap, he's got it figured out, and the thing that makes him so special, a lot like a lot of the quarterbacks we face, right, is his ability to innovate and make something happen when there's nothing there. He can be very, very frustrating to defend. We do a competition every Wednesday, 2-minute drill, and I get to defend them. Our defense gets to defend them every Wednesday. So, man, you feel like you got them, pinned up, and then there he goes, right? And so really just proud of he started the year. Most people don't know this, but we got Mayo, a really good Mayo team in the kickoff classic, and we said that we were going to play 3 quarters of kind of old guys, quarter young guys, and he throws 4 interceptions in the first 3 quarters, and just wasn't his best night. But, man, what an opportunity to bounce back. And now he's only thrown 2 in 6 games against some really good defenses. And then, again, I just love his grit. He what embodies Taylor County. So really proud of him.
Oh, absolutely. That is awesome here. And but as you mentioned, you're really proud of that defensive staff about giving up just 10 points a game. And I got to go with, this is probably one of the reasons why y'all are only giving up 10 points a game. It's 18 sacks on defense so far here in 6 games. And I just looking at this stat here, it's 18 sacks. I mean, just talk about your defense, because I mean, they have proven that they're going to win you ball games time and time again.
Yeah, man, we are a 5-man pressure, man cover team. That's who and what we are. We're going to be aggressive on defense. It's my identity. I'm aggressive on 4th down as a head coach. I'm I don't know what our punting stats this year are, but I bet we hadn't punted more than 8 times probably. I believe in analytics and in high school football, man, putting pressure on being the offensive sided team on defense really, really matters. And it's who and what I am. I'm a, everybody wants to talk about Kirby right now. Right. But that's not, I was telling our kids, we're actually doing some stuff but I try to show them, hey, Georgia's doing this. Right. But we're not them. We're way more, a lot more basic than what those guys are. But we're going to be, our identity will be based in being aggressive. And so, those aren't inflated stats. I would be interested to see what our tackles for loss are. It should be up there too. So
it says, I was about to bring this up here. Actually, here we go. 56 tackles for loss here, 409 total tackles could be kind between solo and assisted tackles. I mean, y'all are a tackling machine, so I mean, y'all get after the guys and get them after them quick.
Yeah. And that's kind of who we are. We're going to give up a big play or two because of how aggressive we are. But again, right? Like when you're playing Jabez Glanton, you got to get him in 2nd and 18 because if it was 2nd and 15, because if you don't, you're just going to die a slow death. I believe in, if you're going to get us. If you're not, we're going to get you. And so, again, the DC I've worked for before, and even back when I was at NFC, I believed in the same type deals as being really aggressive, super aggressive on 1st and 2nd down. And you take the fight to them. So that's who we are.
Yes, absolutely. And Coach, let's get into Friday night. Big one at Dorset Stadium. Chiefland coming into town. They're 6-1 on the season. This is a big rural classification showdown. By the way, yes, Taylor County is in the rural class this year. We'll talk more about that part in a moment, but big showdown, Chiefland and Taylor County this week. I mean, what are you doing to get these guys ready for the Indians? I mean, their only losses to Baker County this year. So, I mean, they're playing lights out football too under new head coach Cliff Harold.
No doubt. They're a really, really good football team. For us, it's all about today. Today was all about today, and tomorrow will be all about tomorrow. But the game's coming. We talk about each week's just like a ladder, right? You can't just run to the top and get to Friday. It's a day at a time. I was just breaking down today's film from practice and trying to get that out to the guys before this interview. They'll be patient and wait. But it's seriously, you can't get too far ahead. It's an easy game to jump ahead and just want to be in the moment. It's going to be emotional. Our guys are ready for that. And Chiefland, man, we went there last year. They're physical. They're just really, they play tough nose, hard nose football. It's rural football, man. Better buckle up your chin strap, put in your mouthpiece, because there's going to be some stuff going on out there. So our guys are excited for the challenge, right? The truth is, we want to win more than anything, but what just an opportunity in the regular season to get to play, a top 10 matchup.
No, absolutely here. And again, as we mentioned, Class World, the Taylor County's in Class World this year. Obviously, y'all had to see, obviously after with obviously what you mentioned at the start with not only the mills shutting down and the plant shutting down, basically people moved out of the county, people left, some people left and crossed the state line because of this, but also the hurricane impact, y'all. So that y'all qualified for that 20 because y'all had a more than 20% drop. Y'all got to go down the Class World in the mid-cycle, which I feel like for y'all, it's a much better fit. Talk about that being able to be in Class World this year versus where y'all were in 2A last year, which y'all were in a very tough district with Florida High and Gadsden County last year.
Yeah. For me, everyone, when people ask me, I just think it's where we're supposed to be, right? I mean, we're in the current FTE cycle, so I'm staying on that because of next qualification. And, we got 500, it's somewhere around 510. So like for me, it's where we're supposed to be. And look, I'm not the guy complaining when I got the job. I knew kind of what I was getting into and when we were going to be 2A with those guys, and we were going to go compete and try to I got a lot of love for Taylor County. I graduated there. We were 11-1 back in 2010, and I got to be a part of that team and lost to Pensacola Catholic in the second round. And there's a lot of people there that I love, and I thought that, man, what what an honor to go be a part of. And so didn't really know what would be coming, right? The second hurricane, a lot of people really don't realize, but it didn't have the damage as far as trees and stuff, but it eliminated our coastline in a lot of ways. And so the people that were driving to Gainesville or Tallahassee, you know, they didn't have anything. So they couldn't rebuild. They literally had to get up and leave. And so a lot. I mean, our starting kicker last year lost his house in week 6. The whole house, like, was nothing left.
Wow.
We had multiple other kids. Our starting corner last year, tree falls through the middle of his house, and so like it's not even like repairable. It's let's start all the way over. And so some people decided, hey, we're going to live in a portable and start all the way over. Some people, they, you know, if you're working in Valdosta, like, I'm not rebuilding in Perry, you know. I mean, we got to get up and move and go where my money's made. And so, yeah, it took a big hit. You know, for us, we were very lucky as a district. The states helped us some, and as far as keeping teachers, and then we had a ton of teachers retire. So luckily, thank God, we didn't have to let teachers go and let things like that go. So it didn't affect us in that capacity when it comes to FTE numbers. But, you know, obviously for me, you know, when we were right on the cusp of 2A, you feel like, you know, it's tough, right? You fight through the, man, Jared Hickman at Florida High, Russ at the time at East Gadsden, and then you make the playoffs for the first time in multiple years, and you go on the road to bowls, right? And so it was just tough for us, and I think we're right where we're supposed to be. I think we are rural, but what I think don't matter. It's what the numbers show. So I'm glad we're there.
No, absolutely. By the way, Coach, I had to do this. I had to go on Max Preps and pull up your stat line from your senior year. 81 tackles in your senior year. You had an interception. I mean, yeah, you were playing lights out on defense. You said it. Your bread and butter's defense. We got the stats to back it up here.
Yeah, we were really well coached, man. Shane was our head coach, who's now our OC, and then Steve Price was our DC, who's now at Ponte Vedra. Who I worked with at NFC. So, man, we had a really good coaching staff and really had a good team. We felt like we could have beat Pensacola Catholic that year. I remember going into it, and it's a rainy night. We're a spread 10 personnel team. They line up with 11 in the box, and they ran it right at us. This old boy right here was 190 pounds, and he's kind of ready for that night to be over. They had some monsters.
Wow. I mean, that is definitely something good to talk about memories, because this is one of the things we love about doing interviews. It's not just talking about the current team, but also bringing up stuff, you know, talking about the past, because there's a lot of good football that has been played in this state. And of course, Taylor County, again, that as Coach mentioned, that 12-1 season. It says 12-1 on the thing here. Again, that Pensacola Catholic game, man, I know you wish you had that one back, because I think, hey, going back and looking at it, y'all could have done some damage going deeper in the playoffs. Yeah, man.
I'll never forget. We do a victory walk. I mean, a fun walk from our school is 200 yards from our field, and there's people from Perry 4 deep from our locker room at the school all the way over to the field, and the town was on fire. It gives me chills right now. And so, nothing against the people that have been there after. I think a lot of good coaches has been there after, but I wanted that back in Taylor County. I felt very passionate. I came back from the state of Georgia to do so. I'm just very blessed to be with some awesome coaches and admin, and even to my SRO, who just supports us to no end. So very lucky dude.
No, absolutely, Coach. And it's great to hear this. And again, big game this week for the Bulldogs, hosting the Chiefland Indians, who are coming in at 6-1. Taylor County at 6-0 at Dorset Stadium. They're in Perry there Friday night. It's going to be an electrified atmosphere, and best of luck to the Bulldogs Friday night. And we'll be watching what the postseason picture looks like for y'all come here in the next few weeks as we wrap up the regular season.
Absolutely. We're excited. We're excited to see what it looks like. It's going to change a lot. So get ready for that.
Absolutely. Coach, appreciate it. Thank you for taking your time here on this Wednesday night to talk with us.
All right. Thank you so much. Go Dogs.
You're welcome. Take care. All right. That was head coach. Now it's athletic director at Taylor County, Jesse Braswell, joining us here on the Panhandle edition of the Blitz. I mean, oh my gosh, this is what we love: small school football. And here we go, another small school program that we get to talk about.
Yeah, and Taylor County exemplifies the spirit of small school football and everything that they've gone through out of the last year. That just it magnifies everything.
It magnifies everything, and it's also it's heartbreaking as well, and as well because hearing about families lose their homes like this, it definitely it's hard.
Yeah, and I can relate to what they're going through. So
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're gonna take a break here, and then we're gonna come back. And guess what? We're going to have our pick six for the final show of week number 8. We'll be right back here on the Panhandle Blitz, right here on FloatHSFootball.com.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with a free ScoreStream mobile app. Download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Box Out gives you the ability to create graphics at the speed of sports to highlight your athletic department, teams, and student athletes in seconds. Used and trusted by Notre Dame, Ohio State, UConn, Marquette, Georgetown, and many more of the top college brands in the country. If you want your school's brand to stand out through all the clutter, start your free demo at boxoutsports.com.
Juggled and caught.
All right, welcome back here to the Panhandle edition of the Blitz here on FloatHSFootball.com and the FloatHSFootball.com social media networks. And boy, again, we've had some really great interviews here this week, Chris, and we're already booking up interviews for next week as well for our shows. I've already got 3 already booked in out of for 8 shows for next week.
Yeah, and we plan to do some more, and we maybe during the postseason we'll have a lot more. We'll have an exclusive coaches interview show. So
yeah, we'll do some different things. We'll look at planning out that. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, I think what I want to do is also send out eventually send out a survey to y'all, put it out there, kind of get some information, feedback, what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, what do you like, what do you not like about the shows, but also what we're doing on the website. So on FloatHSFootball.com. So we want to definitely look. Happy World Octopus Day. Yes, the octopuses get a day. Yes, indeed. And oh, for the love of cheese and rice. Why are we talking about grits at this time of night? Thanks. Now I'm going to have to go downstairs and make me a batch of grits just because y'all will make me hungry for grits. No, maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe I'll order Whataburger breakfast tomorrow. I don't know.
Whataburger. You know, they're trying to expand again here in Florida, and they're going like to Tampa and Fort Myers, but they haven't announced one yet back where I'm my neck of the woods yet. So I'm waiting for one because I sure love me some Whataburger. Closest Whataburger to me is the one in Middleburg. So anyway, that music means it is time for our pick six. It's time to pick against the 6 game, 6 picks, 1 winner. And boy, well, to restart off with Wakulla and Godby, Class 3A District 2 showdown here. Some tough decisions to be made here on this game because I'm not so keen on Wakulla, but I'm also not so keen on Godby. Really, right this second? I don't know.
Yeah.
But the computer's saying Wakulla is a 21-point favorite over Godby, giving the War Eagles 96% chance of winning this game over the visiting Cougars.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go with this one, Chris?
I think Wakulla is going to be in a much better shape after this game, but Godby, it's going to be closer than the score indicates.
Yeah, Wakulla. Give me Wakulla on this one. I feel like it's going to be a little bit closer, but Godby won this district last year, and but I feel like Godby has kind of slipped back a little bit. But Stephen Thatch says Godby, but I'm taking. Well, okay, David Kozlowski's saying Godby. So we got a kind of mixer in the chat here, but all three of us, Chris, myself, and Reno are going Wakulla here on our picks here. So with that said, let's roll into our second game. 5A District 2, Lincoln 4-2, Childs 4-3. Lincoln a 10-point favorite over Childs. Win probability giving the Trojans an 83% chance of winning this game over the Timberwolves. Timberwolves at 17% chance, which actually is a pretty good snippet when you're, especially even a 10-point underdog. That's pretty high there in terms of the number. So where do we want to go?
Yeah, this is, I believe, for the district championship in this one.
Yeah, it will be for the district championship in this one because Lincoln's already got a 1-0 lead. So if Lincoln wins this one, they would win the district. But if Childs wins, they'd still have to play. I think they still have to play Leon week 10. And then if Childs wins that game, that would make Childs the district champ. But where do you want to go here, Chris?
I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm thinking Childs is going to win this thing. It's going to be close, but give me Childs.
Well, you're going out to Reno Island because you're joining Reno with Childs on that one, but I am taking Lincoln on this one. My gut says to go with the Trojans on this one. So my gut says to go with the computer. That's where I'm going to go with it. All right, our next game is on with Freeport and South Walton. Freeport 4-1, South Walton 4-2. Freeport is a 6-point favorite in this game. Freeport 72% chance of winning this game. Where are we going with this one between the Bulldogs and the Seahawks?
I'm torn on this one. I like Freeport, but I think South Walton's a better team.
Man, South Walton did have a tough challenge last week, but man, Mark Cannon says you're walking the old plank, Chris.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go South Walton, but you think Freeport's gonna be the better team? Okay, and Reno is rolling with South Walton as well. I'm gonna roll with South Walton on this one here. I'm gonna go against the computer here on this one. I feel like South Walton will win this one at home. I think they're gonna come in a little tad bit upset after losing to Choctaw last week.
Yeah.
All right, over in Class 6A District 1, it is Pace 5-1 at Tate 5-1 over there in Cantonment. Yes, I can say that right. I believe Cantonment.
Cantonment, yeah, I don't.
Cantonment there, which Cantonment, and then there's Gonzales, which is right next door to Cantonment there in north end of Pensacola, and Pace 5-1, Tate 5-1. Pace is a 25-point favorite over Tate. Pace 98% chance of winning this game.
Yeah, give me Pace on the road to win, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than that. But yeah, give me Pace.
Yeah, give me Pace. It looks like the chat agrees. Pace here on this one as well on with this as well. So, all right, our 6th game, and that is tomorrow night. It is Mosley 5-1, Niceville 4-3 at Eagle Stadium. They're in Niceville. Mosley is a 5-point favorite over the Eagles in this one. Mosley 69% chance to win. Niceville 31%. Boy, it is. I'll tell you, it's tough to play at Eagle Stadium. It's a loud environment, but teams have come in there and won, so it's not out of the probability. It's just going to be a close one here. And there's Stephen Thatch with that. Niceville. There you go. I expect no less out of Stephen out of that one. So,
yeah. Because Niceville's on a roll right now, give me Niceville right now. I think they're too hard to beat right now.
Well, Reno's going Mosley. Boy, I am so torn on this one because this one, if Niceville's healthy, they'll be fine. And that's what it looks like it's going to be here. I feel like Niceville's going to hand Mosley their second loss of the season. So Niceville gets back on track and gets back into the mix for the playoffs for sure on this one with a win here and go to 5-3 on the season. So our final game is the big one over in the eastern part of the Big Bend of the Panhandle. It is Chiefland 6-1, Taylor County 6-0. Taylor County a 5-point favorite over the Indians. Win probability 68% for the Bulldogs, Indians 32%.
Couldn't ask for more contrasting colors of blue there. Give me Taylor County, and it's not. I think it's going to be a lot bigger margin than 5 points.
Taylor County's playing lights out defense, and as you heard Coach Braswell talk about it's one of those games where they don't give up many points. They give up about 10 points a game, and that's about it. And boy, they can put up close to 40 points a game. Give me the Bulldogs, and Reno is going with the Bulldogs, and I see as people are picking Chiefland on this one, so we'll see. By the way, I'll just go ahead and give it to y'all because the full rankings will be out. I was going to hope to get them out today, but there's some other stuff that's going on that I need to make sure that we're getting situated. Obviously, we got a survey again. We're working with the Florida Coaches Coalition, so we'll get that coming. But Taylor County, I can tell y'all this right now based upon what is in the Florida, because the numbers are already ran. It's just getting the content up. So when I ran the forecast, the rankings have already been done at this point too. So
hopefully tomorrow I can get the pick six tomorrow, but we'll see.
You got to finish
the playoff. The playoff.
Oh, you're not done with them either.
No.
Oh, I feel that. I understand that, but we'll get it out here. But I can tell you right now, based upon what has been ran, I'll just go ahead and give it to you. Taylor County will be the number one team in rural, according to the Florida Power Rankings Index, when the rankings come out. They skyrocketed after that win over McLean. So that tells you you win, you get the advantage, you move up. If you lose, you start to come down. I will say this, and this is in the top 25. Might as well go ahead and since it's the last show anyways here, real quick here, Chris, as we wrap this up here. Miami Central, which is interesting. I'll bring this up here, even though it's not part of this region. Miami Central, when they lost to Miami Northwestern, it was a 30-21 game. They went from like 11 to 17 in the top 25. But when they beat Palmetto Beach Monday, it adjusted back up, and basically, really at this particular point, it only dropped them one spot. So it just tells you, you can drop a little bit. But then you can also, hey, your win also brings you up. If you win the games you're supposed to win, you win. If you lose the games, hey, it's going to recognize that. So there's things there.
Yeah, it's not like the FSA's fiasco where they value wins over trying to schedule. So,
I mean, I'm looking at these teams right now that we've got sitting here that are the top 25, and a good majority of the teams have their OSIs are sitting. Their opponent strength index is sitting at 48 or higher. Which if you're sitting at 48 or higher in this, you're going to be about top 25. Where it's posed at. I mean, IMG has the highest OSI at 72, but again, look at who they play. A national schedule.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this is it. We are wrapping it up for the Panhandle edition of the Blitz. We are out of time here. It has been great to be with y'all here for this one here as we wrap this up here. And Chris, any final thoughts here on this as we go from?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this week. This is going to be an interesting week as far as the playoff picture goes and across the state and across the Panhandle and you name it.
A lot of teams are going to be punching tickets this week.
Yeah.
And we'll have the playoff tickets. We got some here. We got to post here, but we're going to post a bunch of these playoff tickets. We'll put them up here as we go on. But best of luck to all the teams here week 8, and appreciate everybody watching the shows here. Thank you, Emery, and boy, the food in the chat. Thanks for making me hungry, people. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all here Friday night at 4hsfootball.com. The scoreboard's on X, and then we'll see you back here on Tuesday night starting at 6 p.m. Eastern time for the Drive the State.